Greetings, I am CrossKnights, and this is Ball Pit. Or is it Ball X Pit? Why people put X's in names? It could be Ball Cross Pit for all I know. This is this is another one of those games that I've become obsessed with recently. Essentially, it combines like a roguelike with the game Breakout, you know, from the 70s. It's gotten pretty popular from what I hear, which is just, you know, I'm glad for the developers. There's also like a weird town building thing, but the town building is more just like a visualization of stat progression. Whatever. I'm only gonna do one episode. I'm sure if people are like pretty keyed into the indie scene, they know already. Here we go. So this is the game. Alright, well, they're going to tell me how to do everything. Now, you can use your mouse. I like to use a controller because I use a controller with everything. But you physically move your character around, and you shoot balls. Now, I'm actually on auto-fire right now, so I'm going to turn that off. But you can go in and, like, boop. Hold the button. When you hit the button once, it will shoot all balls that you have available. So, right now I have a spiky ball, and then I have, it looks like, 5 baby balls. Now, balls will continue to bounce off walls, they will bounce off enemies, and eventually come back to you. If they hit you, you'll collect them. I just tried to collect that and missed. If they hit the bottom of the screen, they will automatically come back to you to be collected. Let me get the gems. Alright, enemies that are close to you will attack you. However, you will be attacked automatically if enemies reach the bottom of the screen. And I've leveled up. There are 6 primary stats. They are all important, though I would say speed is less important than some of the other ones, but that's neither here nor there. So here's the roguelite quality. I can pick an upgrade now. I'm going to pick the iron ball. So now when I shoot, in addition to my spike ball, I will have an iron ball. The iron ball is basically just a highly damaging ball. You notice, like, all my other ones, even when going on, like, a critical, which is the yellow number, like, it just does a ton. I just criticaled with the iron ball and just did an insane amount of damage. Oh, that's right, and there's also game speed. So I'm actually at the slowest speed right now. Generally, you don't need to play at slow speed, but later on there are times where you need to dodge enemy attacks. It's basically a bullet hell type situation. And in those situations, it can help to slow things down. So I'm going to speed it up by 1. Alright, leveled up again. Let's get the ghost ball. This ball passes through enemies. So you see it's all the way in the back now, hitting people in the back, which is nice. You can angle it, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, it's hitting all of those. And it's hitting them on the way back, too. Now, we're getting a little bit hectic here. It's embarrassing to say, the first, like, several hours I played this, I didn't realize that I could shoot at an angle, which is ridiculous. And I was just shooting forward, and the game is way harder if you're not, like, moving around to bounce things off walls and stuff. So yeah, I got a fusion. Fusion sometimes literally fuses 2 different special balls together, but oftentimes it just levels up balls that you already have. So now we have, I got 2 levels in Ghost, 1 level in Iron Ball, and 1 level in Spike. The maximum level for any upgrade or ball is 3. Intelligence, this controls AoE. We're just gonna get poison right now. So, like, area of effect attacks will be bigger if you have higher intelligence. So poison, you know that one guy's green, he's just continually taking damage, and he died from poison, so that's what poison does. An initial hit, and then some more damage afterwards. And do they ever clear... They do clear it, it looks like. It runs for a certain amount of time. I'm gonna get the Bottled Tornado. So, there are balls, but then there are upgrades. So, all of the top 4 slots are for special balls. All the bottom 4 slots are for your upgrades. This one, if I catch one of my special balls, boom. I just caught the iron ball. It'll make some baby balls. So cool. And the baby balls, they just do less damage. If you increase your leadership stat, you get more of them. They're just extra. There's some very rare upgrades that can actually give them attributes too. Most of the time, though, it's just like they do more damage. But sometimes they can gain like a fire element or whatever, but there's not too many items that do that. And there are also different characters in this game. I'm currently the warrior. Every single character starts out with a specific ball, and he starts out with the spike ball. The spike ball is basically like the poison, like it causes bleed. Ah, we can fuse. So we're gonna fuse my bleed ball and my ghost ball. Boom. So now we have the bleeding ghost, and you can see all the stats here. Inflicts bleed. So I guess the way that bleed is different than poison is that it stacks. So you can be bleeding more and more and more, and take more and more and more damage. Poison, though, if you're poisoned, you get poisoned again. You're not taking more damage, as far as I can tell. Though I could be wrong, I'd have to read the description. In fact, you can at any time read the description. So yeah, applies 1 stack. Poison lasts for 6 seconds, and each stack deal. Okay. So no, it does stack. So I don't actually know what the difference between bleed and poison is, to be honest. This will give me more baby balls. Hell yeah, but my aim is scattered. Whatever. It's not scattered that much, and that doesn't really matter. But now I just have more baby balls. I think like 3 extra ones. Alright, the path is opening up. That means the first mini-boss is here. I don't think I've been hit yet, which is nice. The mini-bosses do not have a health bar, unfortunately. So I can't tell how close I am to defeating them. Here. Well, let's clear these guys first so they don't hit me on the way down. You notice... oh, I'm gonna go to maximum speed, by the way. I was in mid-speed. The bar on the right side tells you how close you are to the end of the level. And if you stand really close to someone at the right angle, like I'm doing right now, balls will repeatedly bounce back to you, and then you can fire them again, so that's another tip. Let's see. Balls deal 20% more damage until they hit a wall. There is a 25% chance to launch a baby ball when you collect a gem. Just do the wall thing, or the direct fire thing. I don't want to hit a wall, basically. Let's get the vampire ball. There is a 4.5% chance that anytime it hits, I will heal myself. That's actually a pretty poor chance. But, you know, throughout the course of a level, it could add up. Plus, it does an okay amount of damage. So things are getting a bit hectic now. I could die. And note, they're shooting arrows at me. Those arrows can also damage. There, I took damage because it got to the end of the screen. I'm likely not going to survive this. But that's okay. My life bar is, yeah, my life bar is a now empty circle. Boom. My first death. I lasted for 7 minutes, I collected some resources, and I almost leveled up. When you level up, you permanently increase your stats. And you also gain some other goodies when you get back to town. Alright, welcome to New Balalon, as opposed to Babylon, I guess, your home base. So, now we're going to start to build some fields. There we go. Now we're going to build a forest. They're forcing me to do this. I don't have any agency. Now harvest. There's a harvest round, like every time you go to the dungeon and come back, you can harvest again. You can also harvest again if you turn the game off and turn it back on, so that's another little tip. So, the cool thing is that it's directly related to the game, because your character, who's the warrior, will basically turn into a ball that has the same physics as the regular game. There we go. So I harvested 1 wheat and 1 wood. So you can use these items to build further buildings. I don't have those further buildings yet, but I can unlock them by proceeding in the dungeon. So I guess, let's go again. We will pick the warrior. I do wish he could have leveled up once, but alas. Note there are 12 undiscovered blueprints. Blueprints are found by having a sudden coughing attack that needs to be edited out of the video. No. Blueprints are found generally by beating bosses and mini-bosses. Now, I don't know if you just never get a blueprint the first run, or if I just got unlucky at the mini-boss, but I think if I fight the mini-boss again, I will receive a blueprint. And we're on maximum speed. There's no real reason for me to go slower than that. Let's get the fireball. So this adds a stack of burn. It looks like burn does more damage than poison and bleed, but it decreases very quickly, doesn't it? Interesting. Alright, let's get the rubber band. Maybe not. Maybe I get lightning. Yeah, let's get lightning. So lightning, when it hits, it also electrocutes people next to the target. So you can do chain reactions like that. Let's do increased fire rate. And we leveled up our lightning and our fire. Boom. Wow, I don't quite know why he took that much damage, but that was crazy. It's like he got lit on fire like 10 times. It was weird. But no, one of the reasons that I still enjoy Let's Playing is to show off cool games. Now, I will say, this game got really popular. So far, a lot of the games that I've been zooming in on have been known enough that they certainly don't need my help. But it just so happened that my interests have aligned with the indie zeitgeist recently. Like, these Survivor-type games are just... I mean, I don't know if they're good for me, but they're what I want, you know? When I can't really start a new show, when I don't have the mental energy to play a new game that requires all of my concentration, I want a Survivor-type game that I can just, you know, mildly employ some gaming skill, but it's not really even stressful most of the time, because it's so simple, it's so easy, and you get all the rewards of doing stuff. You get all the number go up. You get the variety of runs and of powers, and it's just been nice. It's been nice that they've made so many new ones. Fire rate increased to plus 25%. See if I can clear out these guys quickly. And yeah, it's nice to get really close to the enemies and fire at them, but there's a time limit. Essentially, if you're next to an enemy too long, it will just attack you. So we're gonna angle so all the balls bounce back to me immediately, and just burn, poison, and shock this jerk to death, and he's done. And there is a blueprint, my first new character, from the sheriff's office. Let's see. Crit chance increases when hitting an enemy on the same column as you. Balls that hit an enemy who was on fire will light on fire. I'm gonna get that because it's weird, even though this is probably better. Just baby balls do more damage, but... And fusion. We're gonna have flaming electric balls. Ooh, the laser ball. A nice ball. You saw the lasers? Now, obviously, you want to try to get this to bounce as many times as possible in the back row. So I'm going to try to kill him. If he'd just die already. Alright, now we're going to severely angle it. Boom, boom, boom. Look at all the lasers. Hits everyone in the row. There is a horizontal version as well. And this is a round where I died last time, so I'm doing a little bit better. But I could still lose here. So we're just going to try to rapidly cut a swath. Gonna shoot on the side for a bit, hope to get a laser ball. There we go. I think we're gonna, yeah, I'm gonna stop aiming at the big guy because I'm not gonna kill him in time and aim for everyone else, because all of them will individually damage me, so sometimes it's good to not focus on the big guys because of that. We're gonna get dodge chance. I have a 1 out of 10 chance of not being hit. Okay. You gain between 1 and 5 levels, and I just gained the maximum amount, which is very nice. So that should help me at this part, because I need the extra power. We're under the gun here. I don't have... I have, like, base stats right now, so... Yeah. Oh, there we go. Now, there's a health potion. They drop randomly. They give you back 10 health. Definitely watch out for them. There are other ways to heal yourself, but not many. I mean, one of them is the vampire type thing. So, evolution. Evolution makes a wholly new thing. I can either make a poison laser ball or a poison bleed ball. We're going to make poison lasers. I do believe that is the radioactive beam. Yep, radiation beam. Sometimes these they make completely different things. So, yeah, radiation is a new stat. It doesn't do damage. It causes them to take more damage from everything else. Midnight oil. So let me see. My baby balls. Yeah, you notice the baby balls are all on fire because I'm hitting enemies that are on fire. So yeah, you can get some cool builds. Baby ball builds. There's all those nice synergies that you enjoy from most roguelikes in this game. And there's a lot of persistent stuff. It's not a lot of, like, you play the game and then you lose everything. Like, again, you get the blueprints, you get new characters, you get permanent upgrades, you get stats so it becomes easier. It's a lot. You get a lot. And I also feel like the game can be, like, completed pretty satisfactory. I mean, I beat Vampire Survivors at one point. I had all of the achievements, and they just kept on adding more stuff to it, so now I'm, like, way behind, but I guess I've moved on. I've moved on to other types of Survivor games. Alright, I want to try to get rid of some of these guys on the side. Alright, I know. They're saying, like, you don't need to hold the button down, but I want to. I'm controlling... Oh, I have auto fire on already. I really don't know why they're telling me that. That's weird to come up when I have auto fire on. But alright, we're gonna focus fire. There we go. This isn't looking good for me beating the level, but if I could just kill him, that would be really nice. Yes. Okay. Bleed radiation. Whatever, ghost. I'm just trying to... Okay, there was no blueprint. I just wanted to see if I could get a blueprint before dying. And there's the vertical laser. Just healed. I don't think it's gonna be enough. I've done quite well considering that I have base stats, though. Boom. Alright, so permanently +2 strength, +2 endurance. Boom. Permanently +1 strength, +1 dexterity. And now, if I harvest stone, I'll go right through it instead of bouncing off. Alright. So this will unlock a new character. The Sheriff's Office. Boom. You've unlocked a new character, the Itchy Finger. And every character has a special ability that goes with them in addition to a different ball. Except for the warrior, he has no special abilities. He's just your starting character. So I'm going to build another wheat here. Cool. Do I have anything for warfare? No. Alright, so we're going to harvest. I'm going to try to get everything. Let's do this. Boom. And you notice both of the characters are out there. Bam. Completely harvested. And you can increase the area of the town. It actually goes out very far, so. Alright, one more time. I might only show part of this. In general, it's going to take you a few times to get through. Because, like, you just don't have the stats. So, the Itchy Trigger Finger, his thing is that he fires, like, in a scattershot manner. And there's no auto... He can't turn auto fire off, essentially. It's always on. But unlike everyone else, when he's holding down the fire button, his speed doesn't decrease. So you notice how, like, fast I'm whipping around and stuff. So let's see, what do we got? This is actually a great item, the Crown of Thorns. When someone hits you, Hit me. Alright, don't... Alright, hit me. Boom. The 2 nearest enemies die. A nice way to use this, if you can afford the health, is have one of the smaller enemies hit you, and if there's a bigger enemy that's the closest, it will just die. So, you'll take less damage, and you'll clear someone who might have hit you. More crits when hitting enemies from the right. Crit. 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 I usually don't get those, because there's better upgrades, but at the beginning it's okay, I guess. And let's go a little bit ahead, I think. Alright, getting a little bit hectic already. Ooh, the turret. The turret shoots a baby ball every 2 seconds. Eventually you can get it down to 1.2 seconds at level 3, but at the beginning it's every 2 seconds. I got a thing that's like a feather, and it makes the ball shoot out faster, which is nice. Though it's not amazing. There we go. And also, I believe if an enemy hits me, I now kill 4 of them? Yeah. Wind. When it passes through, the wind, wind is another pierce thing like Ghost. It slows enemies down, so they'll actually appear to be going backwards if other guys are going forwards. Oh my god. So many guys just hit me that it killed everyone in front of me, and also one guy all the way up there, because he was the next closest. That's crazy. Ice! You have a small % chance of freezing people, and when you do, they take more damage while frozen. Now, I stayed a little bit too close to the boss there, and he almost attacked me. So be careful of that. Turret. Yeah, maximum turret. There we go. Blueprint. The Gunsmith. All characters gain +1 bonus to dexterity. I should show what the stats do. Endurance increases your HP, that's all it does. Strength increases your base damage, so basically everything upon hit. I don't think that includes AoE. Then leadership is your baby ball count and your baby ball damage. That's separate from strength. Speed is just how fast your character goes and your ball speed. And dexterity is fire rate and crit chance, which I think is more important than speed generally. Too much speed can actually be hard, because you'll like move a little bit and your character will go like pew. And if you're trying to do a really precise dodge, I actually find too much speed to be bad. And then AoE, your intelligence, that's from it's your magic effects, you know, your poisons and stuff. Ooh, the earthquake. The earthquake causes a shockwave, essentially, a tremor that deals every damage in like a 1 tile radius around it. I think it could be more than 1 tile if you have enough intelligence, but it's gonna be 1 tile for me. The itchy trigger finger's good at shooting, but he ain't that great at thinking. But I think this seems to be going a little bit better than my last run, right? Even though I'm at level 1 again. Let's see. Good. Boom, boom, boom. But I am, you know, it doesn't take too much to kill you when you have when you're starting out, so things could definitely turn around for me. Let's see if I can beat that second boss, though. I think I'm gonna be okay here. Ooh, new evolution. Ice and fire. Are we gonna get the Frost Flame from Chrono Cross? Frozen Flame, alright. It might even be called the Frozen Flame in Chrono Cross, I don't remember. That was the MacGuffin of that. And now we have the Vertical Laser. I acted like I was gonna warp right to the boss, but then I forgot that like I should show the builds for the run, right? There's the Vertical Laser. It's nice to have both, the vertical and the horizontal laser, but if I had to choose, I mean, I don't want to say if I had to choose. Some levels it's better to have one, some it's another one. This is definitely better to have the vertical one. I've done, like, probably half damage to some guys I have no chance of reaching yet. Boom! Holy crap, that earthquake had a massive effect there, didn't it? There we go. Healing, I'm gonna let this guy hit me to kill those guys. There we go. Things are definitely going better than the last time, I think. I think I can safely say that. Okay. Now, one thing with him, though, the technique of going really close and thus getting all of your balls back, harder to do with him because of his scatter shot. Plus, I have the thing that's, like, actively pushing me back, so that makes it even harder. Can someone hit me? Nope, I killed them all. All right. Hit me. Good. Killed a bunch of them. All right. Haunted House. New character unlocked. New evolution unlocked. Wind. And Earth. We're getting opposite attract builds here. Sandstorm. Goes through enemies and is surrounded by a raging storm and blinds all enemies. Blinding is a different stat where enemies, like, can't track you. And they might do less damage, too. I don't know. But, like, you know, when they're shooting like, you notice those guys are shooting the arrows in the wrong direction. That's because they're blinded. Otherwise, they'd be shooting them towards me. Cool. I just hit, like, so many people with that sandstorm. That's a nice evolution. So yeah, even that level 1, I'm handily going through. I just have a better build, and, you know, the itchy trigger finger's just better than the warrior. Here. Like, I think his base stats are better. Sandstorm, max level, hell yeah. I'll take it. Cool. Let's have this guy. Nope, I was gonna have that guy hit me. Automatically kill like 4 guys. How many people does this kill? Yeah, 4. At level 3, someone hits me, and it's like I killed 5 guys, because after most enemies hit you, they're done. They disappear. They don't, like, come back. So they're also taken out. And sometimes even a big enemy, it might be worth it to have him hit you and just take him out, so that you can focus on, like, the 10 smaller enemies behind it. Maximum level Frost Flame. Want that fusion. Give it to me. Alright, let's do Sandstorm Lasers. No, Sandstorm Frost Flame. This is 4 different orbs combined with each other. Oh my god, and they're all frozen, and they're all taking fire damage. That is one of the most insane ball combinations I've ever had, good god. It's just like hitting the whole map, doing continuous damage. Wow. I mean, I might beat it first time with this. Like, cause that's... I mean, it won't help me against the boss necessarily, but it's gonna help me get there. And I'm almost there, yeah. Wow, level 1. Way better than I did the first time. I'll tell you that much. Don't even have any stat building or boosting buildings yet. Wow, look at it go. Boom, 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 boom. Look at all the damage. Yeah, there are people that are just dying over there that I haven't hit with physical balls, really. Yeah, they're all croaking. Let's get the life drain thingy. So, like, when you combine balls, it gives you more room to get more balls, and you can just keep on combining. Up to a point. I think 4 different balls is the most you can do. Okay, can you die so we can focus on the boss? Alright. This is the boss of the level. It does have a health gauge. Now, you see this bullet hell mess? I mean, that was easy to dodge, but I can go to slow motion and dodge like that. You basically have infinite bullet time. So a lot of the times, like, it's really just not that hard to avoid boss attacks. And all of his skeleton will block your balls and do no damage. You have to hit behind him. He's almost dead, though. That... Like, every, that ridiculous ball I had will go through him and just hit his crown. So... It looks like it did a ton of damage. Yeah, I'm just gonna catch it, fire straight up. Nope, I missed. He's dead. Wow. I can't believe I actually beat a stage in the video. I wasn't expecting that. So anytime you beat a stage for the first time, you get a trophy. And every time you beat a stage with a different character, the bonus of that trophy increases. And I also got another character. And a gear. In order to unlock the next level, I need to get enough gears. And alright, we leveled up once. I'm sure we'll level up again. Yep. Possibly even again. Let's get Sprinter. Cool. So yeah, you have to beat each level multiple times. But it's usually, you know, you're probably going to have to do that anyway. Most of the time, you're not going to beat the level the first time. Also, we have new items. We got a Curse Ball, a Cursed Tonic, a Voodoo Doll, and one of my favorite items, I don't know what it is, it's a watch, obviously, but when you kill someone, they explode, damaging everyone around them. It's a great item. So let's see. We got the Gunsmith. We got the Trophy. We got a new character, the Haunted House. Stick you in there. And I guess I can't... What are the requirements to get the other characters? I need 20 wheat and 4 forest, so I definitely don't have that. Some buildings, by the way, you need to basically build, and this is one of them, so... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is built. I wasn't able to harvest this time, unfortunately, but, you know. But now I got the Repentant, is that what it says? New character. So he starts out with the Freeze Orb. Balls deal 5% more damage each time they bounce, but when they hit the back wall, they will automatically return to the player, damaging each enemy they pass through. He's fine. And the more players you have, like, you can see them walking around, right? They're just milling around. It makes it easier to harvest. So eventually, when you have, like, 20 characters, they're just bouncing all over the place. We can also expand. Now, here's the thing about expanding. You can expand, like, all around here, but this area right here is the only area that you can shoot from. Meaning, you probably want to have your crops somewhere up front so you can harvest them. Because I won't be able to do anything over here. I can't show it, because I already harvested, but I can't, like, just start where that big rock is and shoot from there. That being said, half an hour, I think I showed the game to an adequate degree. It's quite fun. Later on, there are characters that really mix up the gameplay to make it something else. There's even a character that, like, kind of plays the game for you, so you can basically, like... There's some idle mechanics in the game. The houses that you unlock for the characters also gain attributes. Some of them involve harvesting, some of them involve, like, gaining more gold, some of them involve stat increases, or auto-harvesting, or building things easier. It's a cool game. I really like it. I think it's $15. And that's all I gotta say about that. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you, as always, to my lovely patrons. I hope this finds some people that may not have heard of this game that are now interested in it. Along with this and, like, Super Bonk, like, the genre of Survivor likes is flourishing and iterating far faster than I ever could have imagined. So, alright. I'll see you guys in whatever. Happy ballin'.